Welcome to this presentation video. This video is the second part of the ESCAUX Discovery Edition installation series. In the first part, we explained how to set up your ESCAUX Unified Communication Server. Once you have installed your ESCAUX Unified Communication Server, you will see the ESCAUX net.Desktop client application on your screen. The ESCAUX net.Desktop is a unified communication application offering unified directory, rich presence, instant messaging, audio and video communication. During the course of this presentation, we will cover the following topics: explanation of the overall anatomy of the net.Desktop application, how to access online documentation, the unified directory, Outlook synchronization, how to perform a sound test, how to invite colleagues, how to add an incoming number, learn how to communicate through audio, video and instant messaging. We introduce the notion of presence, and finally we explain the concept of deep desktop integration. When looking at the main window of the application, we distinguish 5 areas of interest. At the top of the main window, we find the top bar. The top bar contains a search function, a button to synchronize the data, a button to access the personal settings, a button to start the installation wizard, and a link to the documentation. Below the top bar, we see the tabs area. The tabs area contains a tab for the directory, one for the call history, and one to access the visual voicemail application. Via the search function, searches can be performed in the directory, the visual voicemail application, or the call history. The left area contains the submenus belonging to each of the previously mentioned tabs. The bottom area contains a drop-down allowing you to change your status, a free text field to add an additional comment to your status, and a number field together with a button to initiate a call. The system tray provides access to the intentional status, to a quick dial application, to the preferences, and allows you to terminate the application. Clicking on the Help button sends you to a help page. This help page shows a link to the Discovery Edition forum, to the net.Desktop user guide, and to a set of instruction videos. If you experience problems with the Discovery Edition, or you wish to share your ideas or experience with other users, you can use the Discovery Edition forum. The central application inside the net.Desktop is the Unified Directory. The Unified Directory contains the names of the users activated on your system and also provides the possibility to synchronize with your Outlook contacts. In order to synchronize your Outlook contacts, click on the Data Sync button and make sure the Outlook checkbox is checked. A warning will display saying that Outlook might ask for manual confirmation before syncing the contacts. A single directory entry shows the first name, last name, extension and status of a user. The last two icons correspond with the phone status and the keyboard status. The phone status shows whether a user's phone is busy or not. If a user is logged in with his net.Desktop, the keyboard icon will be colored. At any time, you can resync your contacts by pressing the Resync button. In order to open a contact window, Simply double-click the first or last name of a user in the directory. Before you start making phone calls with the net.Desktop, we advise you to run the sound test application. During the sound test, you get the chance to validate whether your audio settings are configured correctly on your PC. To run the sound test, double-click the sound test entry in the directory and follow the audio instructions. At any moment, you can invite more users to connect to your ESCAUX Unified Communication server. Please be aware that you should only invite people that are located inside your company. External users will not be able to connect to your ESCAUX UCS system, unless your server is connected to the public internet, which from a security point of view is not advised. Once you have invited other people, you will be able to chat with them, make phone calls, add video, etc. To invite colleagues, press the wizard icon. This brings you to the configuration screen where you have the possibility to reset your configuration in case something went wrong. When resetting the configuration, all accounts from previously invited persons will be erased and your personal settings will be reset to factory defaults. After clicking the Next button, you have the possibility to invite additional colleagues. After inviting additional colleagues, you can request a dedicated incoming number. When people outside your company call this number, they will be sent to the general number, which will make all connected net.Desktop soft phones to ring. During this part of the video, we will establish a phone call with someone else, add video to the audio conversation, and finally add instant messaging as well. You'll notice that this is demonstrated on Mac OS X instead of Windows. In fact, the net.Desktop is a cross-platform application capable of running both on Windows, Mac and Linux. In order to establish a phone call, you can either select a person from the directory or you can dial any number from within the number field. When making outside calls, always use a leading 0 followed by the country code. For example, first enter a 0 to dial an outside number, then a double 0 followed by 32, the country code of Belgium, and finally the number you wish to reach, for example 268-60900, the general number of the ESCAUX offices in Brussels. If you want to communicate with a colleague, simply open that colleague's contact window and start the audio call by pressing the green dial button. You can then enrich your audio conversation by adding video. Therefore, simply select the video icon and invite your colleague by double-clicking on the webcam icon. Finally, you can add instant messaging to your communication. To do this, select the chat icon and start typing your text message. The net.Desktop offers a possibility to share your status with your colleagues. This allows you to inform other people of your willingness to communicate. The amount of statuses that can be defined is unlimited, and the way the call is handled in each status is entirely customizable. Besides selecting a predefined status, you can also add a free status message like back at 11 o'clock. At any moment, you can also consult the phone and keyboard status of your colleagues. By right-clicking on the phone or keyboard icon, you can subscribe and get a notification when your colleague becomes available. A very nice feature of the ESCAUX net.Desktop is its deep desktop integration. It offers the possibility to call a number from within every possible application, for example a Microsoft Word document, a website, or even a plain text file.